Alright, so I'm going to do a little tutorial on how to make health bars for your alien or any other object that you want in your game. Now for this I've got a really simple game. I'll just hit play so you can see how the game works right now. And as you can see, I've got my alien moving back and forth, and when I fire my lasers at them, they just disappear, but nothing else happens. And I want to have him so that he will respond, and his health will actually go down when I shoot him. So let's do that. To begin with, I'm going to go into my object alien, and I need to create a few different variables. So to begin with, I'm going to set a variable. I'm going to call it HP boss, and I'm going to set it to 100. You can make it, of course, whatever number you like. I just think that's kind of simple. I'm going to make one more variable, and it will make a little more sense later on. I'm going to call it max HP boss and make that also equal to 100. The reason for that is we want to be able to know the value of his maximum HP as well as track his HP currently. Every time he gets hit, we're actually going to decrease that by 1. So under add event, we're going to put in a collision for laser, and on that we're going to change HP underscore boss by -5 relative to what it is. All right. And there we go. So we're instantiating HP boss, max HP boss, setting them both to 100, and you should respond when his laser goes, when he gets hit by the laser, it's going to go down by 5. Now to actually make our health bar, what we're going to do is create a new object. I'm going to call it object boss health. We actually don't need a sprite for this one, and I'm going to create a draw event. So the moment it's drawn, we're going to draw 2 rectangles dynamically. So first I want to set my color. I'm going to set a color for the outside border of the rectangle of the health bar, and now I'm going to drag this into draw rectangle. Okay, and we can probably just leave it on self. Let's start off with x1, y1, 0, x2. The width, I'm actually going to call it max HP underscore boss. So I'm going to use that variable that we set under our alien. And y2, I want it to be a little bit lower, so about 10 pixels. Right? x1, y1 is the point that's the top left corner of the rectangle we're making. x2, y2 is the position of the bottom right hand corner of the rectangle. So it's just 10 pixels high, and it's going to be from 0 to, right now we set it to 100. All right. Now this one we don't want filled, we want it to be just an outline because it's the outline of the health bar. Now we're going to do another one. Let's set this color to red, or you can make it whatever color you like, maybe green. And now we're going to draw a rectangle. Leave x1, y1 to be the same as your first rectangle. Now for x2, instead of max HP boss, I'm just going to put HP boss, and my y2 is going to be the same. The reason why we're using this one is because HP boss is going down as my alien gets hit, and that way our red rectangle is going to shrink as he gets hit, and we want it to be filled. Now we also want to have it being relative. Okay. Finally, back on our object alien, when he's created, I want to create an instance of my object boss health relative to himself, and let's just leave it at 0, 0 and see what happens. Oh. Unknown variable max HP underscore boss. I remember what I did wrong. on this, we need to set the object on alien. And same thing. Let's try that. There we go. So he's got a health bar. It's following him. And when I hit him, the health bar goes down. Perfect. Now you'll notice that it's going to keep going down because we haven't told it to do anything different when his health gets too low. So under a step event, we can do a test variable. If HP boss is not larger than 0, that means he should be dead. So if it's not larger than 0, then I'm just going to destroy the instance, destroy self, and end that block. Okay, let's try that again. And there we go. Let's see what happens when his health goes down past 0. And he's gone. Now, one thing you might notice as well, the rectangle is not exactly in the position that I'd want it to be. So I'm gonna make the x1 to be, let's say, 20 over. Now, if I'm doing that up there, then I should also add 20 to my x2. I also think it could be a little bit higher up, so I'm gonna go -20 and -10, because these should still be a difference of only 10 pixels, and that way it can move it up a little bit. Now if I'm changing that, I need to make sure I change it here. And then play it and see if my health bar is more in the position that I'd want it to be. Perfect. Now it's right above my alien, just in the right spot. Now it may be different for you guys, depending on the center of your boss, and that you just got to play around, change the numbers for your X and Y positions until it gets exactly where you want. And that's how you make health bars.